Peace. Peace to the divine infinite consciousness. Yo, this broadcast right here is about the overly sexualized black male. Alright? So, the over sexualized black male, it's pretty much involving, you know what I'm saying? You know, the nigga that ain't no good, that just be fucking with bitches all over the goddamn place and shit. You know what I'm saying? May got a nice sized divine eye or whatever for the wisdoms or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But in real life, it's the personality that catches them. You know, a toxic individual has this push and pull mechanism about themselves. It's like a passive aggressive thing, you know what I mean? And so it kind of fools the person into thinking that, hey, you know, maybe this person is going to be all right, you know, but in all actuality, it's like, nah, you know, they're like stuck in a younger age where they was stuck as far as like their development or their mental development issues is concerned. And motherfuckers be in they lower brains, which is the reptilian brain, yes, and also the mammal brain or just the animal, you know, kingdom brain. And even insectoid, motherfuckers act like insects too. Shit. You know the motherfuckers that be bugging you and shit, you know? Niggas, that shit been passed down forever, you know? So, it's like, you know, the overly sexualized black male, that shit is stemming from the cluster B personality disorder. You know, being narcissistic, you know, he has to have supply. He may not be good in bed, but he supplies certain things to the female that they like. And normally it's a codependent who has MAC issues, which is mind-altering chemical issues, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with depression genetically. You know, that shit's passed down hereditarily also. So, you know, so they'll bond together, the narcissist and the codependent, you know what I mean? And sometimes the narcissist and the borderline will go together, and that's when it's like, whew, because it's like these motherfuckers done met their match now. So you got the overly, you know, personality motherfucker, and then you got the stone personality motherfucker. That's the fake, like, yeah, you know, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm good. And then, you know, they really like just mean and shit. You know what I'm saying? Only time I tell, then you get the psychopath that's just cold in the motherfucker. You know, so, and they'll work together. But in the hood, it's all kind of psychopaths. They all over the goddamn place. That's that cool motherfucker that you know. But some of them is just a little turned up. You be like, yeah, nigga. But they can be turned up for a good cause. Shit. And those are the ones you need. I love them brothers. You know, so, yeah, so, you know, the over-sexualized one, you want to know why your women, you know what I'm saying, don't want you. Excuse me, or they'll leave you. Because you haven't mastered self-equality, unknown, which is sex. And that's what you're supposed to do. Shit. It's really dealing with wisdom, you know? You're getting caught up in wisdom, the manifestation of the matter or the matter of you made manifested, just so you can know yourself, the illusion and shit, you know? And when you get caught up in wisdom, you get caught up in the woman, heavenly. So what she naturally does is you take your knowledge and reflection onto the seas. Not just necessarily your knowledge, but the way that you interpret life. And she'll interpret it the same fucking way. And then, you know, put it down on her seas by using her own judgment. Like, yo, is this mug willing to be reflected? Then yes, we're going to do it. Why equals self? And why is the question asked by those who's in search of knowledge and understanding? So that's a motherfucker always asking, why? You know? Why equals self? That's the answer. It's the equality to all this shit. Once you're born in your culture, you see. That's you a master. You're a master. Mastering this shit. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta remember, that's all it is. That's all it is, and know your star calculation. But, you know what I'm saying, this plays out in the star and the natal shit too. You know what I mean? Because you can have your natal chart, but you know, that's going to set out your whole little emotions and your mind, how you feel about shit and all that. But, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with the personality disorder, that shit comes along with the motherfucker spiritually breaking your ass before you even get into the game, spiritually breaking the fucking gene and shit before you even get up into the game. And so you got to really do some more remembering shit. And so when you do that, you got to become a fucking mastermind. And a lot of motherfuckers, they fall victim. They fall victim to the weakness of themselves. And now you in the game where, you know what I'm saying, you got the weakness of yourself made manifested. Now, you know, I got some white subscribers too, or, you know, Caucasian subscribers. So, you know, it's good for you to be on your path to know who you is. So when you ascend, you get, you know, another vibration